Hi, guys. It's so nice to meet everybody. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
The movie looks incredible. I'm so excited for this. Scary Alien is my favorite version of Alien. So, I mean, it looks awesome. How exciting are you guys just like to be finally promoting the movie at San Diego Comic-Con?
It's great to see all of us again, to just, we haven't seen each other since we wrapped. So everybody stay in touch. It was really one of those one-of-kind experiences with who they played in camera, in the movie, like, close. What was the word you said? You described them many times. Close-knit?
Tight-knit.
Tight-knit. So I'm from Uruguay. So, and they're a really close group of friends, and that's what they play in camera, and that's what they really became in real life. So it's great for me at least, to hang with these guys all again. It's great.
Now, this question is for some of the cast, but what exactly does a facehugger taste like?
There's one person here that knows.
That's a crazy question.
Weirdly, silica. Jesus Christ!
Oh God! It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, this is the end. This is the end idea.
like K-gel, some.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
Wow,
this is really not glamorous at all. But there was a lot of lubrication on it to make it look disgusting, and
a lot of lube in the movie too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Useful.
It was very, very invasive experience. Fede was control. I
was puppeteering that shot. There's a shot in the trailer. Archie gets a close encounter where he was asking for an intimacy coordinator while we were doing it. I had the privilege to puppeteer the facehugger on that one.
So if Evil Dead had the most blood of all time in any movie, is it safe to say this might have the most lube?
Probably, yeah. There was, because the saliva of the xenomorphs had lube, the chest burster was covering it, the facehuggers are covering it. There was never enough lube in this movie. It's never enough lube.
I do say this endearingly. The Evil Dead remake. It's one of the grossest movies of all time, and
you're welcome.
I love it so much. How do you feel like Alien Romulus compares in terms of gore?
Well, I think it is fairly gory at some point, but a lot of times it's really about what you don't see that makes it more terrifying. Actually, we had kind of a similar experience here on Evil Dead. That the first cut where you saw more. We got an NC-17, I remember, on Evil Dead when we submitted to the MPA, and we have to cut down, and we cut down frames just to not show that much, and we got an R. But I remember the experience of watching it. The one we cut down was way more terrifying. It was just whatever. You have to show just enough and then cut away to let people think about what's happening. It was a classic scene in the first movie when Ridley decides to cut to the cat right in the first kill. And that makes it way more terrifying because through the eyes of the cat, you imagine what's happening there. So there's a fair amount, but hopefully a lot of it, happens more in your brain where you imagine what's happening. But, it's just a question for me to say it's a lot of gore, To be a lot of gore for me, it has to be a lot of gore.
I can imagine.
So, probably for you, it was a lot of gore. For me, it's not a lot.
I love how much emphasis the film also seems to be putting on practical effects. I mean, that's one of the things that's got me so excited about this. Can you talk a little bit about the decision to utilize practical effects and why you think that's a better decision for the movie?
Well, because it really transcends the discussion of, which is an impossible discussion to get to, which is what looks better. Or what, it's not about that, because best CG should be invisible, so you cannot really compare. It's really what's best for this guys and for myself. When you get into the adventure of making the movie, you got to be things happening that they can react to and that I can shoot, and we can be in real places. I didn't get into film to shoot a green screen and empty places that then someone in the animation world is going to build later. And but they can tell you firsthand their experience of what it is to be on a set where everything is real, right?
I do think it makes it scarier, though.
Absolutely.
I feel like my brain just knows when it's CG and when it's practical. Like, the first Jurassic Park. I know that those are men in suits, but I find it way scarier because it's right there in the room. I think I hope that the audiences also feel that. Obviously, it was such a treat for us as actors. Fede really prioritized whatever was going to make it easiest for us. So we shot it chronologically, and then anything that could be practical was practical. Mm-hmm. But I also think as sort of film lovers, we're sort of craving that again. Mm-hmm. And also, it was such a a nice experience to collaborate with these artists who built these creatures and worked on aliens and sort of hear their stories. And it just sort of, it made set so much more interesting, you know, to have those guys around.
Yeah, no, I think there's a real tangibility to it that audiences sort of miss. I know, I mean, I personally do. Now, last night, actually, I went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine, and I saw the Red Band trailer for this for the first time, which there's this very visceral shot of a chest burster thing that looks like it's about to happen. And all I want to, should we go ahead and forewarn the squeamish that this is going to be probably one of the sickest things that they're ever going to see, or is this one that we can just cut away slightly from and they don't have to close their eyes?
I think ideally they should know what's coming, right? That's the best moment in the theater. For the audience that know how that works, you go and you take a friend that has not seen any of them, and that's the best night, because you gotta be looking at your friend going like, wait for it, and just see the reaction when that thing comes out of someone. I mean, it's such an amazing idea on the first movie, the concept of the creature burst out of a human being. It's just one of those one of a kind, one in a million years ideas, right? So we're very lucky to be able to play that scene in our movie.
So what was it like working with Ridley Scott as an executive producer on this, and has he seen the movie yet?
Absolutely, he was in the movie, and he thank God he loved it and been super supportive of the film every step of the way. That it's a total privilege, right? He's the master. He's the master of what we do, of this genre. Like, he's the Kurosawa of this. Like, there's not a lot of directors that got to their 80s and still going strong and making such amazing movies like Ridley. So, total privilege for me to be able to share time with him and discuss the film with him and learn so much from him, of how to make a movie. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's so exciting that you guys are here at San Diego Comic-Con, and there's so many fans who are excited to meet all of you. So my question for you, though, is that who is somebody in your career that you've met so far that you were so excited to meet, or you were sort of starstruck by? Can you remember one instance?
I met Albert Brooks recently.
Amazing.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and
He was making a movie with him. He's being humble. I met him. He cast.
It wasn't on a street corner.
He cast you in a movie that he's been shooting with Albert Brooks.
Yeah, I think that was just an experience that, it's the same as being in an Alien movie. Like, I don't think
just surreal.
Yeah, there's two projects I'm really, really proud of that I don't think I'm gonna chase for the rest of my life. So yeah. Any of you lads?
What was who we've met in our careers?
Who you've worked with in your career, or somebody that you've met that you just sort of found yourself starstruck in the same way that fans today at San Diego Comic-Con might be when they meet you.
Benicio del Toro, for me.
Nice.
Sicario.
I think about him all the time.
Legend.
He's so cool on set. He's so good.
Kaylee, I'm sure you have a few recently.
Yeah, Glenn Close.
Oh.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
She's so good, but is really young at heart and very silly and fun, and just sort of has such a great balance of all the things that you want when you're working on a set. She's an absolute legend.
It's weird because we've just feels like we're all just name dropping.
Yeah,
now,
we're like,
Here we go. Zac Efron, who I did film The Greatest Beer Run Ever with, which was a film, a script that I really, really loved. But just working with someone that I'd watched, obviously growing up, and then having that relationship with them where they're very collaborative and just really normal and down to earth is amazing.
Right.
I've also had a lot of people, older actors and stuff, that have been very helpful in my career, and it's nice when someone sort of takes you under their wing and kind of, gives you a way in and kind of shows you the ropes.
wait, is this an opportunity where I can say I met Taylor Swift? Is this a moment? I met her. She was great. Very cool. Nice hair.
Nice hair.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to go different to everyone else. An actor who I'm working with now, who I can't say their name.
What?
Well, I just feel like I'm not going to name drop like everyone's doing right
That's the whole
now.
point.
That's
That's the
name
point.
drop.
I can't do
Name drop.
It's just about who you're excited about. It's okay.
Starstruck.
I'm starstruck by Katie Spenny.
Oh,
I'm
come
starstruck by Eddie Alvarez. No, seriously, no. Listen, there's many people that I've met that, Archie's absolutely right. It's people that do take you under your wing. Mm-hmm. We are a cast of like young, fresh actors who are like finding our way. So anyone that kind of comes along is just generous and kind. forget starstruck. That's kind of a bit gross, if I'm honest. It's just like nice
I
people.
get starstruck
That's what we
all the
want.
time.
All the time. Hey, I feel really gross now that you said that because I get way
I'm
too
like,
starstruck.
"Ooh, I need to look at that.
Oh,
I guess.
man.
Have you almost cried when you met somebody?
Oh, yeah.
I've almost cried when I met
I think I
someone.
probably have cried,
Oh.
you know, a time or two.
Oh.
Just one lone tear, though.
What's yours?
It was.
Who's
Oh,
yours?
there's so many. There's so many. I talk to people it's like, who do I get starstruck by the day? My last time I was in San Diego, I interviewed Tom Cruise on that aircraft carrier over there for Top Gun.
I mean,
that was a
come
crazy
on.
one. He literally landed on a helicopter. So I was like, oh, that's a very Tom Cruise thing. So yeah, guys, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I know you got to head to the panel. Thank you so much for coming by and joining us. I cannot wait for Alien Romulus. I'm psyched about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.